Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to WIP Wednesday Crochet Podcast, episode 68. Thanks so much for inviting me over. If you're new to the channel, my name is Krista and this is my Secret Yarnery. This channel is all about crochet and crochet related goodness. We do a live chat every Friday, tutorials on Mondays usually, road trip Tuesday on Tuesday. If you don't know, I am Canadian, but I live in Nairobi, Kenya. So on Tuesdays, we just go out and about, kind of showing you a little bit of what it's like, just daily life living in Nairobi. So if any of that is of interest to you, consider hitting the subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside that so you don't miss out on any of the fun. So we're going to start with some finished objects. I have two finished objects. You might have seen them in the thumbnail. That's a giveaway, right? So I have done a cute little pumpkin. That's charming, right? I think it's so cute. So that is with just regular acrylic for the pumpkin, Alera for the leaf, and Softly Baby for the stem, just from the colors I had in my own Yarnscape. So that turned out really, really great. And I'm also making a big one in Bougainvillea Hot Pink. Yes, I am, because no pumpkin tutorial would be complete in the Yarnery without something in hot, hot pink. And I love a good orange-pink combo right there. Also doing a medium one in a lighter pink. Not sure what the fourth one's gonna be, but those are the colors so far, just to kind of freshen it up. I might even do a light green color one, just because in Kenya, we don't really get orange pumpkins. Our pumpkins are kind of green. So or maybe like pale green, like off-whitish green. So makes jack-o'-lanterns a bit interesting, but definitely a tutorial will be coming out for this. Next finished object, super cute water bottle sling. So this is for a 1 liter, this is a large size for a 1 liter bottle. Also doing one for the smaller size. This is the size I normally do, just a 500 ml, so you're not carrying around a kilo of water. These are great. I made a ton of them for my kids when they went to school. It's great for them to take their water bottle with them when they go to sports or anywhere else, and you don't really get confused. Your water bottle doesn't get confused with someone else's water bottle if it's literally in its own bag. Do you know what I mean? Super cute. Plus, if you have a cold beverage, that also keeps it, like the condensation from getting, it's like a built-in coaster. So I really like that. So this will be a tutorial coming out as well. Plus, this is the tutorial we did on Monday for the invisible seam. I'm trying to find it for you. Oh, there it is. So this is the invisible seam going straight up, joining in the round. So that's just alternating where you put your double crochet. I'll put a link to that tutorial up in the cards, but we'll be doing the same technique when we do the water bottle slings, and that'll be coming up in the next few weeks as well. Now what? Okay, so those are my finished objects. Now straight up whips. Ooh, this is a cute one. I worked a little bit ahead on it. I got a little bit caught up, I suppose, in my panda blanket. So I did decide to do the TV Snuggly. So that is a blanket with armholes, little arms. Little sleeves are gonna be coming in here when I just make it a little bigger before I do the sleeve part. So this is panda just with regular V-stitch, but I'm really liking how it's turning out. It's so soft and dreamy and perfect weather for it, but I'll be telling you about that when we get to news of the week. So I've done 2 cakes so far. 1 cake in the yellow, a cake in the gray, and I'm on to my 3rd cake for the sleeve section. So that'll be great. It's really cozy. Like I could actually wear it right now. It's so cold in here. Last but not least, this is a WIP, but right now it's a UFO. I'm not even touching it, and I will show you why. This cutie, I have worked on it. I did put some collar on there. This light maroon is the collar on the pink sweater. It's the 3rd time I've done the collar. So I've joined it all up. I'm working on the collar. And it's my third time. So I'm gonna have to take this all off again and do it one more time, which I'd like to say, well, I'm just not excited about it. Like, how many times can you rip off a collar and put it back on before you need a break? So that's why I jumped on to super fun hot pink pumpkins, because that will definitely set the reset button in my crochet mind. So let me pop this one on and show you the problems with it. Oh, and this is the Tammy sweater. If you're wondering, what's the one she's wearing? This is the Tammy sweater, just in a different yarn. This is Batik Bulky, and love it. It's my go-to winter sweater for when I'm wearing color, like that. Okay, let me put on my pink one. Plus, I think my roses are here. What? Let me put on my pink one, and I'll go get my roses. Ugh, it's so cold. Literally freezing. Okay, 1 minute. Ta-da! Smell-o-vision. Yum. Dreamy. All right. Those can go there. Now back to the sweater. I'm liking it. It's nice and straight across the back side. Hope you can see. And the sleeves are just nice and simple, tiny little openings, so nothing fancy there. I need to make the collar a lot bigger. I want it to be about triple this size, so probably 300 grams of yarn just for the collar. What I'm having a problem with, if you can see down in this little area, or maybe I can zoom in for you, but I did a little increase at the end of each row. I thought if it was like hanging down, it might kind of curl or might kind of look interesting, but I find it just looks awful. What I think I want to do is I'm going to frog it all off, like take the whole thing off. Frog it means rip it, and do a decrease at the end of each row. So the collar will be really huge, but it'll kind of be more in line with the back. So getting rid of all of these stitches. There. So maybe like decreasing quite a bit at the end of the row to keep it a bit more straight. So that is not the most successful result, and I think it's just because I've done it 3 times. I did it once in just doing back loop, and that didn't really do anything. Then I did it with just doing front posts, so to kind of give it like a texture, but it ended up being too stiff and not drapey. So I'm just doing regular double crochet. I'm just going to do a lot of it. So about 3 skeins of the acrylic to get the collar big enough, and I'm going to decrease at the end of the row of the collar instead of increasing. But for now, I'm not, I guess I could still wear it. It's cold. For now, I'm not really working on it. I'm just kind of letting it be and sit and resetting my mind, making cute little hot pink pumpkins. Right? Anyway, if you have any suggestions for what to do with the collar for this, or if you have a better idea than decreasing at the bottom, let me know. I'm all about it. And that's what I'm working on. Those are my WIPs. Now, if you're like, what is she going on about? This is the second time I'm filming the podcast. I did the whole thing, probably talked too much, but no sound. I don't know what happened, but wasn't recording any sound. So second time, either is going to be the charm, or you're going to be like, what's going on with her? Keep it straight. So I'm going to try to keep it straight. Now it's time for deals of the week. Love a good deal, love a good deal, love a good deal. So over on Ice Yarns, there is an amazing sale on one kind of yarn at least. It is Rockabilly. Now, if you have not tried Rockabilly, highly suggest it. People rave about it. It's very much like Rockstar, but apparently even softer. So go ahead and check that out. What's amazing about it, it's 99 cents a ball. You do buy it in packs. So the pack, there's 8 skeins in a pack. They're 50 grams each. Oh, I can tell you the information about it. That's a good idea. You can read it here. It is 50-gram balls. They're 99 cents each, or the whole pack of 8 for $7.99. The fiber content is 67% tencel and, can't read my own writing, 33% polyamide. They're 125 meters or 136 yards per 50 grams. So that is just an amazing yarn. You're gonna love it. Now also check out the colors. Who is seeing anything in there? Are you seeing anything in there? Christmas, check out those greens, check out that red, amazing. Rockstar never had any colors so bright and vibrant, shiny, not at all. They were all kind of like toned down, so definitely check those out for Christmas and get them while you can. There's not many packs left in stock of each of those colors, so definitely get on that. If you're in the mood for shopping for ice yarns, put those in your cart ASAP because that's a great deal and it's an amazing yarn. Next on the list over on Amazon, there is a cheap hook set of the week. It has the basic hooks. They're ergonomic, they're not clovers, they're just like the general hooks with ergonomic handles going up to 6 millimeter. So just the usual ones you'd be using for crochet, plus, you know, some needles and some, you know, accessories to go with it. Super cute bag. I mean, that's a super cute bag, $10.95. So that right there is a really great deal. If you are in the mood for needles, needles are what I want to talk about because I love a good needle and I have bought so many, I've tried so many, and I've narrowed it down to what works for me. I'd love to hear what works for you, so let me know your needle experience in the comments underneath this video. And how I started my needle journey was with those cheap ones. So you buy a whole bunch of plastic needles for like $5. I think you get 100 for $5 or something like that. And they come in cute colors, which I thought was going to be really, really nice for working in your ends, because you can find a yarn that either goes with the yarn or contrasts. Cool colors like that. So I really like the colors. They work pretty good. They're not bad. But once you try my favorite needle, you won't want to use these anymore. So the problem with these is they can break. So if you're pulling on your yarn to get it through, this end here, the end of the eye, that will actually break. So you'll be like pulling, you'll be like, how come my yarn's not there? And you'll thread your yarn again and do it again, and your yarn still isn't there because it's snapped here and your yarn just keeps getting pulled out. It happens. They can also break because they bend, which is nice. They're flexible. But that also means they can go a bit white. You know, when you bend plastic, it goes white, and then they can actually snap. So there's a reason they give you 100. They don't last forever, and that's how it is. They can also get a little bit snaggy depending on how the plastic mold came out, or how they came out of the plastic mold. But not bad for starting out. They're also included in that crochet hook set for $10.95. So that's another great thing. What I did find on Amazon today is this needle set where you get you get 10 of the bent tip metal needles, which I really like, plus you get 3 of the ones with the fishing line at the end, which are great. So that whole set, oh, and you get a crochet hook too. So like, where does that, what? So that entire needle set is $5.98. Now that is a good deal. So that, I would definitely be grabbing that. The other needles that I really, really like, these are my favorite. Well, let me show you in the pack. These are the Clover bent tip. They come 2 in a pack, and 1 pack of this, so 2 needles, 1 pack is $5.22 right now. So for like a couple cents more, you get a whole bunch of needles, and you get that whole set. So that set's a really good deal. What I love about these needles in particular is they have, let me try to get it so you can see it. They have a grabby bit down at the bottom that just holds your yarn. It's also at the top. So inside the eye of the needle, it literally holds your yarn and it doesn't slip out. So that's what I really love about them. They're perfectly smooth and a nice little bent tip, so you can kind of wiggle your yarn, you could wiggle your needle through exactly where you want it to go. So these are my favorite. I bought a bunch last year when they were on sale, but they're still my favorite. I highly recommend. But of course, that other set for $5, that's a great deal. What? Completely. So those are the deals over on Amazon. There is also the Clover 9mm. Try to find Clovers on sale. I'm telling you, it's so hard. This whole entire set should be about $30, $35, and right now it's $83 on Amazon. So definitely keep an eye for the individual hooks. The 4mm is still on sale. That's linked down below. Also, the 4.5 is on sale. 4.5 is $5.95 right now. It's pretty close to a 5 milli. The 5 milli is like way over $10. So we'll see what to do. And the 9mm, if you are looking for a larger hook, you know, the plastic clovers, these are great. I love them a lot. This is $6.84. So I'll put a link to all that down below. You can kind of pop over and keep an eye on them yourself, see when they go on sale for you. Is there any deals in your neighborhood? Because I'd love to hear all about that. And what else did I want to tell you about? Oh, my knit picks. I think, or is it Knitter's Pride? I'll tell you on the screen, but these needles with the fishing line at the end. See the fishing line there? There we go. I thought they were going to save the day. I thought they were going to be great. But what happens, they came in a set of 3. They've all lost their fishing line except for one. And the thing that I don't like about them also is your yarn just falls straight out of it. You'll be like sewing in your ends and you're like, where's my end? Because it literally fell out and you don't feel it. It's like, because it's so, I don't know, it's like far away or I don't know. But I thought I was going to love them, not really so much. Another needle which is worth trying, and I'll link it down below also. These are good. These ones, these I like, are the Susan Bates. And what's good about them is you can literally poke your yarn straight in. There's no, like the whole center of the needle is your eye. So you can poke your yarn in there. And another great thing is if you have short tails, you can sew it in straight, like right where it's at. So really good for short tails and really easy to thread. I love these ones so much. Bought extras, I love them so much. What I wasn't crazy about is after you use them for a while, they snag. They get little snags on the top here. Can you hear that? Those are snags. Same with a little blue one. They're soft plastic, right? So if they go, I don't know what they go past. That's the deal with these. These are all, I like them a lot, but what you have to do after a while is get an X-Acto knife and just kind of shave down the tip a bit where it starts to snag. You have to kind of shave off those snags and then they still work again, but not a perfect solution either. So that's why I really love my clovers. You have to thread them, but they really, really work. The yarn doesn't slip out and they don't get snaggy. So that's why I love them so much. And that's the little needle talk. This sweater is falling off me. Needs a bigger collar. Got to go back to my Tammy. All right, that's better. Now, if you are looking for tutorials for anything on display here, there are links to all of these tutorials in the description box below. Also written patterns for most of them over on the website, secretyarnery.com. So feel free to check that out. Also have a list of times when our live chat is at major cities around the world. So that's in the description box down below, and you can kind of get an idea of what time of day we'll be doing our live chat every Friday. So that's all down below. And I guess that's about it. Is there any deals in your neighborhood? I'd love to hear all about them, where you are and what the deal is, so we can all jump in on that if we are in your neighborhood. So news of the week, Fish Pond is coming along. It is literally so chilly. It has been raining. Our winter has come. I guess that's the news of the week. Winter's here. It is like 17 or 18 degrees in the Yarnery, which is good for the fact that nobody's here. It's too cold. And you literally walk in the door to the Yarnery, which is just over there. You walk in that door and you feel the cold air just hit you. It's like literally a wall. I think because this room is like 2 stories tall, so the warm air is gone and all the cold air just like pours in from the windows. Oh, so chilly. And I have a few windows that they're not shut. they've never shut since I moved in. So it's literally a water, like a air fall of cold air coming down in here. So super chilly in the Yarnery for sure. To the point of when you're filming tutorials, you're like, my hands are gray. Like blue little fingers just crocheting as quick as they can. So that's cold, which means the fish pond is full of water. It's a ton of dirt, so we're moving the dirt to the backyard, kind of planting it around, building a quite substantially large fish pond in like this, my driveway, I guess, just right there. So that's coming along, but slower than usual because today's the first day it hasn't rained all week. So that's a lot of rain. But excited about the fish pond. It'll be a couple weeks before it's ready for anything really, but I'm excited to get that, to see it happening. Also have a little fountain for it, so we can have a fountain, blah, 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 waterfall, like the works. The works is going in there. So that's a little project that's pretty fun. And then out and about, normally I put a little bit at the end of the podcast, but I'm just gonna switch that straight over to a separate video on Tuesdays. So if you are not interested in out and about, it's not gonna be like at the end of a podcast, and you're not gonna see a podcast and be like, oh, it's 48 minutes, that's too long, because they'll just be shorter and quicker with the out and about being separate. So still taking you out with me, but it will be on Tuesdays. Also have a little action camera to film like the driving around and stuff, because there's been some requests for that, and it'll be a lot smoother and less nauseating. Nauseating? Is that the word? If you have any motion sickness or anything, that should help with that. Like it should help ease that jittery, sensation. It'll be stabilized, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. So that'll be coming up in the future as well, although I have not gotten in the habit of taking it with me. So when I'm out driving, I'm like, oh, didn't bring it. Because who brings an action, like you don't bring an action camera, you know what I mean? And generally the out and abouts, I just film when I'm out. I don't really think like, we're doing this to film, I'm just like kind of taking you with me when I'm somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So I have to kind of I got to get that worked into my head, but I will, and that'll be coming up. So super subscriber of the week, we have two, and it is Nikki and Penny. So hi Nikki and Penny, thank you so much for joining us. They are COVID crocheters, so they've just started crocheting during this pandemic and learned on YouTube with us. So how fun is that? They are a mother and daughter team, and so blessed to have them as part of the community. So big hugs to both of you, Nikki and Penny, and hope to talk to you on Friday's live chat. And that's about it, I suppose. I have to go take my son back to the dentist. That's fun. Who likes going to the dentist? Oh my goodness. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on over at Trip Trek Life. He'll be putting out a video after our live chat on Friday. So super excited about that. Lots of things to share with you, but not crochet related. So we're gonna put it over on his channel, link down below. So you can go ahead and check that out and subscribe while you're over there. A lot of fun content, lots of our animals and adventure sort of stuff. So I better stop talking before I blow it, because there's exciting news. All right, so have a super great day. We'll see you in the next video, and stay hooked. I think I did it. You would not believe, I talked for literally like 45 minutes the first time, maybe even an hour, no sound. I don't know why it stopped. Like it literally stopped 3 minutes after. Like I said hello, and like it was it, crickets, for like an hour. I probably don't even have lipstick on. It's probably all like, I probably talked off my lipstick like an hour ago. Anyway, stay hooked. I gotta go make me a pumpkin. Light green pumpkin. Is it bad to put a pink leaf on something? We'll have to see.